Finally, there is some good news for Brampton home buyers. And the good news is that the spring real estate market in Brampton has pretty much been canceled. The spring rush we usually see in March, April, and May is just simply not happening this year. And I'm going to show you stuff that you will not see on TikTok, but these are the real stats, and this is how bad the market actually is. Um, let's start off with March. Let's see what happened in March compared to last March. In March of this year, we had 510 homes sold, and compare that to last March, we had 613. But that's not the biggest thing. Obviously, sales were down, but I think more important than that is new listings were way up. March of this year, we had 1,117 new listings hit the MLS. Compare that to last March, we only had 817. So that's the reason we did not have a crazy panicking rush and lineups outside open houses, because there was enough supply out there to handle the buyers that were out there as well. Same with active listings. Active listings were higher than last March, but I want to show you what's happening in April so far. Obviously, we are in the middle of April, so these numbers will probably double or somewhere around that by the end of the month, because we're only halfway through. But as of right now, middle of April, we are sitting at only 229 homes sold. That is a far cry from what was happening last April. In all of April last year, we had 660. So even if this number was to double, we are nowhere close to what was happening last April. Probably we're going to be somewhere close to what was happening in March. So we're probably going to be close to 500 or so. But I think the bigger difference, once again, is that there is new supply coming in. Whether people have to sell homes or they've just decided, okay, now is the best time for their family to sell the house. Already so far, we've had over 700 new listings come up on the MLS in Brampton. And if this number doubles, we are going to have the highest number of new listings come up so far this year, which it might not. It might be around 1,200, it might be around 1,100, but still, that would make it way higher than what was happening last April. And especially when the new listings go up, active listings go up, and sales go down, obviously then that means less panic in the market, and hopefully that translates into eventually prices coming down. So let's look at prices for now. Prices as of right now, middle of April, detached homes last March, they were selling for $1.24 million, and end of March of this year, they were selling for $1.199. So they dropped about $43,000. But as of right now, middle of April, we are setting an average price for a Brampton house, $1.2 million. So that's the average price. The only thing that sucks, obviously, because it is over $1 million, still, you do require minimum 20% down payment. So this is obviously out of reach for a lot of people. And freehold townhomes doing a little bit better because the down payment is substantially lower. Average price for a freehold townhouse last March was $907,000, and then this March it dropped to $903,000. And as of right now, middle of April, freehold townhouse average price in Brampton is $910,000, which makes it, you don't need the 20% down payment. So you average down payment minimum is $65,000. Now condos also have dropped compared to what's happening last year. Last March, average price was $564,000, and it went up to $574,000. But as of right now, in the middle of April, we're sitting at $533,000 for a condo in Brampton. Now, if you guys want to see what is happening with SNLR, it just means sales to new listings ratio, like how many are coming up, how many are selling, and the ratio in between them. So they say that anything below 40% is a buyer's market, anything above 60% is a seller's market. So if you compare it to what was happening last year, the SNLR was higher this year in January by about 1%, and it was higher in February by, once again, about 1.5%. But it is starting to go down. Compared to last year, it was 45.1. Now we're sitting at 43.5. But I think the one thing to take away from this is going lower every single month, which doesn't make any sense if you follow a normal real estate cycle, because winter is supposed to be slower than springtime. So if anything, this number should be climbing, but it's going the wrong way when the market is supposed to be at its busiest. But that's not happening at all. So another good sign for home buyers. Now, if you guys want to look at a 5-year average, what's been happening for the last 5 years, as I showed you before, these are the average prices for detached homes, freehold townhomes, and condo buildings. And compare that to last year, they are down. Every single category is down, and is down by a lot compared to 2022, which was kind of the peak of the market. February was actually the peak. So we're sitting probably very close to what was happening in 2021. Especially like if you look at like condos are pretty close, 505 to 533, and detached homes 1.17 to 1.2. I know there are a lot of people thinking that we're going to go to 2020 prices. We are still far, far away from that, because average price for a detached house was 860, and we're right now sitting at 1.2. So I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but we'll see. You never know what's going to happen. We'll keep an eye on it. As always, if you guys need any help buying or selling in Brampton, you can call or text me here. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.